Okay, so, okay, I have really changed this around a little bit. I mean, I ended up making this a little bit bigger, this a little bit smaller maybe, and then I did change this to DIN, which is what I have this in, but I have this on DIN condensed bold, and I have this one on DIN alternate bold. So still within the same font family. And then I did end up using the character panel to kind of add space in between um, the letters, just to kind of really draw it out. But one thing I might want to do just to dial it in just a teeny bit more is to kern, which means adjusting the space between letters. So if we get on our text tool and we go in between some of the letters where we think there might be a little bit too big of a space, we can go Option and then use the arrow tool to the left to bring it in, or to the right to make more space. But I'm actually going to bring it in a little bit in this area. And trying to find other areas where it might need. It's kind of hard to tell, but like there's a couple spots where I feel like maybe it could use a little bit more space. Maybe something like that. And then I do feel like, you know, even though this is technically centered, like technically, but visually it might not be totally centered. And so another trick would be to just push. I feel like this is looking really centered with this, but this is almost looking, I think it's because this word is longer than this word. It's almost looking like it's further to the left to me. So I'm actually just going to put my cursor in front and then just put a space. So technically, you know, that's not technically centered because I put that space in there, but visually it's centered. And I'm just going to make sure this space and this space are pretty similar. And I think that is looking pretty decent. I would have to go back in and change it all to black and white again, and then save out the files. If I ended up changing it when I went to color, because it did change substantially from color to black and white. So if you end up making changes like I did in your color phase, then you're going to have to go back, you know, save out all your color files like we're going to in this video, and then go back and change it back to black and white, and then save over those old black and white files that you created. So since I made all these changes and I got it finalized, you know, I feel like it's looking the way I'd like it to look. So I'm just going to do final Command S, file save. And then we're going to do, so that's the AI file. We have the CMYK on the end, which is good. So we'll do a file, save as, and we're going to make that EPS now. Save that out. Actually, we want to make sure this is on medium. Or high, sorry. Sorry guys, it's been a long day, like I said. Export as. So we'll make that PNG. You know, you might need to use this checkbox if you have stuff outside of yours. So we're going to make that 300. Transparent background, okay. File, say, export as. And we will make that this is where we get our JPEG file. You might want to use that, like I said. Export, make sure that's on maximum, CMYK 300 here, push OK. And so those will be, if we go into, you know, Finder and actually go to our logo, we can actually see all of our files. So here's our black and white. I'm going to have to change that to be the new font with the new spacing. And then here's the CMYK files. So AI, EPS, or JPEG, and then this is the PNG. So we have all of those. So yeah, I'll have to go back in and change this because I think it does look better with this font. And then what you would want to do is I want you to actually, you know, name your file with the name of your company that you made your logo, or with KNMC, I guess is what we're doing these for. We're probably going to do an in-class vote and then maybe online Facebook vote with the community to see kind of the winner of the contest, basically. So what we can do is we can do a command, sorry, we'll control click and then a compress, and that will make a zip file. it might take a little bit. Oh, oops, I'm compressing the wrong file. Sorry. Darn it. I didn't mean to do this file. I meant to do this one. So control, compress, and then there we have that. That's the one I want you to submit to me in Brightspace with all 6 of those, or 8 of those file types. So AI, EPS, PNG, JPEGs of both the black and white and the color. And the reason I'm making you do that is because that is what you would do in real life as a graphic designer. So yeah, I'm going to get the project worksheet into Brightspace. I'm uploading all these videos as we speak. So I'm putting these in week 5 for you guys to watch. So yeah, I hope you guys have a fun journey with your logos.